we've been on keto for a really long time, sometimes I just want spaghetti or chicken noodle soup.
Well, today we may have a solution for you.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics. And every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we possibly uncover a miracle, you'll be alerted to it.
So I've been on keto for almost 8 years. And prior to studying on keto, my probably favorite 2 foods was bread and pasta.
I always loved pasta too, specifically. I'm definitely a soup person, so I always liked, chicken noodle soup, that sort of thing. Once we went keto, became a little bit harder for us to have a noodle in our life. We either had to make them or we had to use something that was trying really hard to be a noodle.
I just pretty much resorted to the fact that I wasn't going to eat noodles. And we've tried some different things over the course of the last 7 and 8 years. We have done things like taking egg life wraps and cutting them into thin noodles like a lot of other people. We have made noodles with a science experiment following Steve from Serious Keto and some other people. We have used spaghetti squash.
Palmini noodles.
We've used palmini noodles. We've used the cognac noodles. I mean, we've tried a lot of different things. But in the end, nothing really gave me the satisfaction of noodles other than our meat layer lasagna, which didn't have noodles. It had meat instead of noodles.
Now, once in a while, I do enjoy using what they call miracle noodles, and you can usually find those in the pasta aisle. They can be a little bit expensive, but when I want specifically a noodle interaction or even sometimes a rice interaction and I don't want to bother with cauliflower rice, Miracle Noodles does have some options for you.
Now, for me, I've never really liked those. Those are the cognac noodles. They just have like a weird texture.
Different.
And I really don't like the taste. But it's funny that you mentioned Miracle Noodles because Miracle Noodles has a new product. It is the Miracle Noodle egg white noodle.
I am super stinking excited about this. I do not mind a noodle that tastes eggy. Pre-keto, we always use like egg noodles. I mean so I'm not afraid of an egg taste. And I know that there's a lot of recipes out there for you to make your own type of thing, but we are living in an RV for all intensive purposes right now with a couples camper at that. I do not have room for even a card table. Right. So when it comes to having something nice, I don't want to have to make it myself. I want to leverage convenience.
Now, I don't really expect these to taste like eggs because they're egg whites. And let's be honest, egg whites really don't have a big taste to them. You know, when you think about the traditional egg noodles, that's got a lot of the yolk in there. So I do have hopes for these because, again, I don't really like cognac noodles, but maybe an egg white noodle will work. So let's just be clear. We are not sponsored by Miracle Noodle. We've paid for these with our own money. As a matter of fact, where did you find them?
I found them at Publix, of all places.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put these through our 5 things review. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to try them a couple of different ways. We're going to just try them plain right out of here.
Okay.
And then I guess what we'll do is maybe we'll heat them up and melt a little bit of butter and put some butter over the top. I'm not going to bother with spaghetti sauce, but like just putting a little bit of butter where it could be a side. Because if it tastes okay with butter, it would probably taste really good with cheese.
I was that person that didn't really even want tomato sauce on my spaghetti. I wanted butter, so I'm good with it.
Okay, so let's do this. And again, like Rachel said, we're living in our RV. We're not in our regular studio. So it's not as easy to show you these products, but We do have a glass bowl. This is all we have with us, but I figure we can kind of dump it in here.
Okay.
And let you see what they look like.
Looks like a noodle.
And let's see. That is what they look like. So
wow.
It's like mini spaghettis. I will say, like, just picking it up, you can see you can literally like take your finger and press it and it falls apart.
Pinch it.
So,
but that's not unlike like a Campbell's soup noodle if you were buying canned chicken noodle
that's
soup.
kind of the texture that it's reminding me of right now. I'm looking for. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Dink.
It has no wonky aftertaste. And we haven't even drained it. The one thing that you have to know about Miracle Noodles, whatever product they have, it comes in like water. And you have to rinse. And when you cook it, you want it to be kind of like dry.
Yeah, because again, that's the cognac noodles and they don't taste good. I will say this. This tastes like pasta.
It tasted like pasta.
What it reminds me of is overcooked pasta.
Okay.
That's like the texture, almost like the taste. Like for me, when I had pasta, I liked it al dente. So this is definitely not al dente. It's more on the softer, overcooked side, but it doesn't taste like egg whites. It doesn't taste like cognac noodles. It doesn't taste like palmito noodles. It literally has like a pasta taste.
I was able to suck it like Lady and the Tramp. Felt like spaghetti to me.
So let's do this. Let's go ahead and we're going to drain out the water and then I'm going to melt this or melt a little bit of butter with this. Okay. So I put it in a bowl and I melted, I don't know, I just kind of broke off a piece of butter from a stick of butter, probably about 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
So lots of butter in here. I'm curious if it like soaks up the flavor or if it's just kind of sitting in the bowl.
Ready to try it? Ooh, let me twirl.
I don't know if you're going to be able to twirl it.
Ooh. Slippery little suckers. To dink it?
I can't get any.
You can get any up?
Ready? Hot.
Like Joe said, it's like overcooked pasta. Like, definitely has that consistency.
Yeah.
So I might cook it and then let it sit for a minute and then see if it hardens up a little bit more. It's good, though. I mean, the taste is good.
It's good, but like I was thinking, though, the butter just kind of slips off. It's
Not
you
necessary.
don't really taste the butter. Maybe it would be better with a spaghetti sauce. I feel like kind of you alluded to at the beginning of the video, this would be good like in a chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Because it would probably soak up that chicken flavor.
You know, pre-keto, we would make pasta and it was like I was eating just a giant bowl of pasta. Now, anything, whether it is cauliflower rice, if it's a noodle of some sort, it's always just there to add another layer. It is never the main event anymore.
Right.
Right? So, I mean, even if we have a salad, the salad is mostly meat sitting on a bed of a couple of veggies, right? So, you know, our ratios are very different now. And I do think that if I had some really great bone broth and I had some, you know, chicken thighs and different, you know, herbs and seasonings, and then you have boom this in the middle of it, I think it's going to be delicious.
It would kind of be like, you know, Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Like, not a whole lot of noodles in there.
But
right?
I liked it.
Okay, you want to do 5 things?
5 things.
5 things. If you're new to our channel, we review all products based on 5 things. We're going to talk about the ingredients. Does it keto based on a nutrition label? How does it taste? How much does it cost? And finally, would we recommend it? Number 1 is the ingredients. Water, egg whites, and then containing less than 1% of sodium alginate, algae extract used as a thickener, which is kind of like how you would have made this kind of stuff at home.
Yeah.
So very clean ingredients, nothing wonky in there. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Number 2, does it keto based on the nutrition label?
Okay, so a serving size is 1 pouch, and as you can see, it's not a ton. It's not a ton of food. 45 calories. 0 grams of fat. Remember, it's egg whites.
Right.
It's got 10 grams of protein, though, which is kind of nice if you're adding that to, like, maybe, spaghetti or taco meat or something like that. Less than 1 carbohydrate in a serving.
Because there are carbs in eggs.
Yeah, but of course they're saying, like, dietary fiber is a little less than 1, too, because, again, eggs. So, yeah, it's definitely looking good as far as nutritional label goes.
Number 3, how do they taste? They taste like nothing.
I like them. I know that it's not your favorite, and Joe is not lying. But pre-keto, I almost didn't like the noodles he cooked because he liked them so al dente. For me, it is still a little bit overcooked for my liking. But I'm going to tell you, I probably wouldn't cook them at all. I would just drain them out of the package and then add them to whatever it is that I have cooked that I want them to complement.
Yeah, and you don't need to cook them. I mean, it's already cooked egg whites.
Drain them.
But when it comes to taste, like egg whites, they don't really have a taste. It's like a slight hint of a pasta taste, but if we are honest, pasta doesn't really have a taste. So do they taste bad? No. Do they taste like amazing? No. They need something. They need a bunch of salt. They need something. And because of what it is, your best bet is going to be salt, maybe a little bit of butter where you're sucking up that butter, or putting it into a soup where maybe it will absorb some of the flavor of a chicken broth or something like that.
It's still a conveyance. It's kind of like an egg life wrap. If you just take an egg life wrap out of the package and you just eat it, doesn't really taste like much.
Right. It's a texture thing.
It's a texture thing. So I like having the spaghetti kind of just sensation every now and then, and I think this is a good option.
Number 4, how much do they cost?
It was $3.99 for the bag. I know that sounds like a lot, but you have not shopped for like even Progresso soup or Campbell soup lately. Now, when they are on sale, you can get them for $3.50 a can for the soup. So
yeah, but this is nothing compared to a soup.
I totally get it. We're definitely divided on this one, as you can see. I don't think it is horrible. I every once in a while do buy the Miracle Noodles. Now, I will say that the cognac ones, not the egg kind, are usually $3.50.
But you get more. You
get probably a little bit more, yes. So this one was $3.99. So it was like a 50-cent egg tax versus the cognac flour.
I feel like you probably get double in the cognac Miracle Noodles. Now, I will say, as it's getting cooler and the butter is kind of solidifying, you are picking up a little bit of a butter taste to it. I don't know. For me, I think it's really expensive for what you get. $4. I can put this in my mouth in one bite and be gone.
My hope is that we see this show up in the big box stores like Costco and BJ's and Sam's Club, like we've seen some of the alternative noodle counterparts. When I can buy it in like a bulk setting, we've done really well with it. You get a bigger bag and it's more of a value. So my hope is that we see this coming to a Costco near us.
Number 5, would we recommend it? I'm going to start. Would I recommend it based on the ingredients and the nutrition? Yes. If you absolutely want noodles, have at it. Nothing wrong with them, nothing bad. Would I personally buy them again? Probably not, because I think just based solely on price, I'm not getting $4 worth of value out of this. I mean, again, people talk about keto chow being expensive.
Oh, right.
At between $3.85 and $5 per serving when you use our discount code, depending on whether you buy the big bag or the little bag. But that's a meal.
Right.
This is more expensive than keto chow. It's 45 calories. We don't do a calorie thing. We do not eat a low-calorie diet. And I'm going to need about 20 bags to even sort of be filled up. And as I don't miss pasta that much. Honestly, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I would use palmito noodles or even the regular Miracle Noodles. Even though I don't like the taste, I think the texture on those is more in line with what I would want from a pasta, because it's a little bit firmer.
I don't like palmini noodles because I don't like the brine that it's in. I feel like I'm well aware that it's more like, you know, a zoodle type of thing. I was never a huge fan of the zoodles. Like, I will eat them, it's fine, but I'm not like fooled by it. I don't feel like I'm getting the same kind of spaghetti or noodle experience. I will be repurchasing these for me, knowing that it's not going to be something that Joe's going to be interested in.
I honestly, considering it's pretty much the same thing, I think you're better off literally buying the Egg Life wraps, slicing it super thin and dropping it in some hot water, which gives you pretty much the same thing.
Right.
But I think the texture might be just a little bit better. But let us know down in the comment section, if you tried these, what do you think? Would you buy them based on $4? I would say for me to buy them, they'd have to be buy one, get one free.
Okay.
They'd have to be $2. I just think for the amount you're getting at $4, for me, it's not worth it because, again, you're going to add it to something, so now your meal has gotten kind of expensive and you're not getting much out of it. Let us know down in the comments section. Now, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent videos I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time Joe and I are sort of divided on a product, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.